Загадочник, скорее всего, является монахом из монастыря. В подтверждение данной теории, когда мы его убиваем, у него находится благословенная игральная кость, посвященная Святой Троице, в надежде, что на ней всегда будет выпадать число 3. Потом на нем надета монашеская ряса и сандали, которые также носят монахи из монастыря. Также в инвентаре у него можно найти кинжал. Скорее всего, это средство защиты от всяких недоброжелателей и разбойников. Или, например, человек, который не согласен с ответом. Например, мы ответили неправильно, а человек говорит: ты врешь, и начинает с ним рамсить. Просто этот монах достает кинжал и убивает его. Еще одним фактом, который может подтвердить данную теорию, это то, что все монахи были людьми образованными, они умели читать и писать. Поэтому данный монах, если его изгнали или он сам ушел, придумал такой способ, чтобы зарабатывать себе на жизнь. Если у вас есть какие-то свои теории или догадки, или, возможно, вы что-то где-то читали, вы можете написать свое мнение в комментариях. Теперь перейдем к загадкам самого загадочника. Ну, короче, он говорит: загадываю загадку, ставь, типа, ставку. Если, короче, проиграешь, то я забираю эти гроши. Если нет, то, ну, короче, если ты выигрываешь, то я удваиваю твою победу. То есть мы ставим 5 грошей, а выигрываем 10. Принимаем ставку.
Now, listen carefully. In the feast hall on the table are 10 candles.
Задувает 2 свечи.
A gust
Да?
of wind throws open the window.
2 свечи задувает ветер.
2 candles.
Еще одна, то есть 3 свечи, получается, задувает ветер.
Another candle goes out. The servant, therefore, closes the hall window. Now the wind cannot blow out any more. So how many candles can the servant find to relight the following morning in the hall?
А сколько свеч ему придется зажигать на утро? 3.
3.
Is the correct answer. While the wind blows out 3, 7 burn down completely overnight, so the next day only those 3 can be rekindled. Pay close attention. There was once a merchant who had a magic pouch. When the merchant put 1 coin in it and waited overnight, he found 2 coins in it the next day. So he waited until the following morning, and lo and behold, there were now 4 coins. And the morning after that, there were 8, and so on and so forth. After 60 days, the pouch was completely full. My question's this: in how many days would the pouch have filled up if the merchant had put in 2 coins instead of 1 on the first day?
59.
That's right. It may seem that the pouch will fill in only half the time, but in fact you will save only the first day, when the 1 coin multiplied to become 2.
Good. Let's do it.
Lend me your... A pilgrim on his journey meets 3 faiths. One is called truth, and always speaks the truth. The second is called falsehood, and always tells lies. The third is called wisdom, and sometimes speaks the truth, and sometimes lies. The trouble is that the pilgrim does not know which is which. Therefore, he asks each one a question. He starts with the fate on the left and asks her, which one is standing in the middle? And the fate replies, truth. He asks the middle one, which one are you? And the fate responds, wisdom. He asks the last one, which one is standing in the middle? And the fate replies, falsehood. The question is, which fate is which? First, second, and third.
Wisdom, falsehood, truth.
Quite right. The fate in the middle cannot be truth, otherwise she would say so about herself, which would mean the fate on the left would be falsehood, and so also cannot be truth. Truth must therefore be the fate on the right, and taking her at her word, falsehood is in the middle. This leaves only wisdom as the one on the left. Well, what can I do? Here's your 10... A certain powerful nobleman committed a grave sin, and the bishop set him a harsh penance, to pray in the chapel on his knees every day of the week, and for at least 2 hours each time. The nobleman was very busy and wanted to spend as little time as possible praying, while keeping to the bishop's edict. How many hours in the week did the nobleman pray?
8.
You're right. The nobleman chose to pray for 2 hours at a time before and after midnight, between Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, Friday and Saturday, and then another 2 hours sometime on Sunday. Well, what can I do? Here's your 10 groschen. Spend them. Now, 3 farmers have their cottages round a field they share in common. In the spring, they agree to plant the field together and to split the proceeds. Unfortunately, one of the farmers breaks his leg and cannot work. The other 2 must therefore work more. The first, working on the field for 5 days, the other for 4 days. The injured farmer decides to reward his neighbours for the work they did on his part. He wants to divide 9 groschen between them. The question is how to divide up the groschen to make it fair.
The first gets 6 groschen, the other gets 3.
You're right. The crux of it is that the farmer only pays them for their work on his part of the field. Since it takes 3 days to sow a third of the field, the first man worked for 3 days on his share and 2 days on his neighbour's. The second man, therefore, worked 3 days on his share and 1 day on the other man's. So the first man deserves twice as much as the second. With 9 groschen to divide up, that splits into 6 and 3. Well, heed my word. I once knew a certain confused seamstress. She had a big square piece of cloth, and she cut off the corners so as to make the largest possible circle. But then she realized, the poor soul, that she was supposed to have cut out a square. So she cut out the largest square she could out of the circle. By now she doubted she had enough cloth left, and needed to work out how many times bigger the original square was than the new one.
Twice.
You're right. Well done. Well, what can I do? Now, one fine day, the king invites some nobility to his castle. He seats all the company around a round table. After a while, the 2 ladies, Carolina and Sophia, notice something interesting. Neither of them is sitting to the left or the right or directly opposite another lady. The question is, what is the smallest number of people the king might have invited to the castle?
5.
You're right. The thing to bear in mind is that when an odd number of people, well, what can I do? Good. Now, a certain priest of Rome set off on a long journey to the mythical land of Prester John. There he encountered weird and mysterious inhabitants of this foreign land. Once, while crossing the river on a boat, he decided to count his fellow passengers. There were 15 monopods, 1-legged people. There were 12 acephalics, headless people. There were 10 pygmies, 1 cubit tall dwarf.
1.
That's right! Well, what can I...
We may well do so.
После того, как загадочник загадает нам 8 загадок, мы находим его снова, и он говорит нам, что загадал нам все загадки, и ему нужно разучить новых.